Be My Slave. Episode 2 of We Are starts with Feem and Fum negotiating a payment plan for the hospital bill. Since Feem cannot afford to make monetary compensation, Fum asks him to serve as his slave for 2 months. Feem negotiates the term until he finishes drawing the painting that Fum ruined, and on the condition that Fum never tells any of his friends that he is his master. After they agree, Fum drags Feem to the mall and makes him carry his shopping bags. Later, Feem arrives home and runs into his aunt, who is heading out to visit their grandmother. Aunt asks Feem to take care of the shop over the weekend, and after she leaves, Feem collapses on the sofa and falls asleep due to exhaustion. Feem is woken up by his friends Pun, Chain, Q, and Tan a while later, who all come to check up on him. They ask about what Fum did to him, and Pun, who is clueless, wonders what they are talking about. Feem insists that he and Fum just talked and cleared things up, but Tan insinuates that Fum is not a person who can let things go quickly. Feem gets furious since Tan is sure that Fum might do something to Feem, but he still lets him be dragged away. Afterwards, the boys have some fun banter as Tan cooks, and they enjoy the delicious stir-fried water spinach and crispy pork. In school the following day, Feem feels his work is still not good enough, and Q tells him that Professor Poe will help. When he comes to check his work, the professor tells him that he cannot quite grasp his context, but he thinks the picture will become more apparent when Feem finishes up the drawing. The professor asked why his work included water and canals, and Feem explained that he likes rivers and water flow. He feels at ease when he stares into the water long enough as if he is flowing with it. Therefore, he likes his drawing to encompass the concept of water and show how it affects his emotions. Feem expresses worry that his artwork is simple and that it conveys the message directly compared to other students' work. For instance, he says Q's art is complex and deep and needs interpretation, making it look valuable and majestic. The professor tells him that Q had asked a similar question. He wondered if his work was too complicated, making it difficult for viewers to understand, and he wanted to learn how he could make his drawing straightforward to understand, like Feem's. Toei and Matthew arrived at the lecture room because they had a meeting with the professor. Q asks to see Toei's drawing and appreciates his work, saying he is fit to be his mentee. Suddenly, Q asks how long Toei and Matthew have been into drawing, and surprisingly, Matthew says that Toei wanted to become a doctor, so it was his first time getting into drawing. Q wants to know why Toei chose to study fine arts, and we have a flashback of Toei before he joined the university. Toei is at OOSCAFE preparing to take the college entrance exams for the School of Medicine when O asks if he likes studying medicine. Toei says he still does not know what he would like to do, so he is following his mother's suggestion to study medicine. He says he is not very good at anything, and O encourages him to take his time and figure it out one day. Then, he suddenly sees Q enter the cafe and head to the drawing corner with his drawing board and earphones, which captured Toei's attention. Q snaps Toei back from the daydream with a finger flick, and Feem hands them a cup of noodles. When he asks Feem about the drawing that Fum destroyed, he says he is not sure he will finish it in time, so he might not submit his work to the gallery this year. Toei asks Q what he is drawing since he does not understand it, and Fum calls Feem to tell him that he is thirsty. Fum blackmails him into going to the engineering canteen to get him a drink, or he will let it slip and tell Feem's friends about their deal. Feem runs to the engineering canteen to find Fum seated comfortably on the benches when there is no line at the drinks shop. After a few minutes of back and forth, Fum does not say what he wants to drink and refuses to take any of the drinks that Feem buys, and they sit down to have lunch together. Fum and Feem walk together from the canteen when they notice Tan coming their way, so Feem has to hide. Tan wants Fum to keep his promise to help Tan hit on his bother Kaofang since he has a crush on him. Fum agrees to help, although he says he cannot do much since Tan is not his brother's type. Regardless, Tan does not lose hope, and he asks Tan to bring his brother out for drinks later that night at UUEA Ice Bar. Feem and his friends gather at UUEAI's bar to unwind after submitting their work, and UEAI joins them. He gives the first years a word of advice about Professor Puh, and afterwards, they all get wasted. Meanwhile, Tan and Phum are at the lounge section of the bar when Keofeng joins them. Phum does not drink since he is driving and has to endure watching Tan check his brother out. Tan, Phum, and Keofeng find Feem sprawled outside the bar, completely drunk. Keofeng realizes that he is the person who hurt Phum, so he asks Phum to take him home and says that he will take a cab with Tan. Tan helps Phum carry Feem to his car and then leaves with Keofeng. A small boy approaches Phum and asks him to buy flowers for his boyfriend. He points at Feem in the vehicle and does not object, but buys all the flowers. While waiting for a cab, Keofeng asks Tan about Feem's personality, and he says he is easygoing. A taxi arrives. Keofeng invites Tan to accompany him, and he happily obliges. Inside the cab, Tan tries different ways to get close to Keofeng, who smiles and shakes his head, enjoying tantrics. Meanwhile, Toei can barely walk, and Q brings him water as he sits on the pavement outside to get some fresh air. He makes himself comfortable lying on QQ's thighs as they wait for a taxi. Elsewhere, Phum takes Feem home and helps his aunt carry him to his bedroom. Feem refuses to let go of the flowers that Phum bought him, and Aunt Pui asks Phum to help care for Feem if he is not in a hurry. Phum agrees to stay, and Feem seemingly flirts with him, saying he has a tall nose, lovely eyes, and a beautiful face, but he finishes it off by saying that Phum is an asshole. Phum smiles and lets Feem snuggle up to him on the bed, still holding the flowers. The episode review. Episode 2 is a significant step up from the pilot episode, and it subtly introduces us to two more couples in the series, Q Toei and Tan Keofeng. The most precious moment in the episode is watching Toei's cute whines and expressions, making Q's heart melt. The episode hints at a backstory to Toei's attraction to Q, and watching their banter is the episode's highlight. Seemingly, Tan and Keofeng also have a history, and I cannot wait to unpack the roots of their mutual attraction. Also, does Phum have a hidden agenda about getting close to Feem? The tender looks he is sending his way show that there might be something more. I would like to see more of Chain and Pun in the next episode since they are barely noticeable here. Their relationship needs to develop at the same pace as the others to balance all the different dynamics in this series.